Hey guys, I got some Halo Reach gameplay and I really wanted to try to get some sniper footage when it comes to multiplayer because I never really got the chance to use that thing many times when I'm uploading Halo multiplayer footage. So it's nice that I finally got it, but man, that no scope, the first one, just seems BS. I'm sure my aim was on and it could have probably been a body shot, but whatever. This game was pretty intense, and even though I was on the losing team, it was still a good game. It was quite fun to go back to this game's multiplayer because I enjoyed it, even though it was my least favorite Halo multiplayer experience, but it's still a blast to play when I feel like, playing this game. Anyways, I want to talk about my all-time favorite first-person shooters because, as you guys should know, I'm a FPS junkie, but I never really made a video like this one, and I'm going to show you all my favorites, and honorable mentions at the same time. Now, I'm just going to cover the single player games because I do plan on doing a multiplayer one, but I don't think I have enough footage for this video. I also will want to say that these games that are mentioned in my list is because I feel like they're timeless games, or they just have a very remarkable quality that you just have to finish it from start to end. And I know some people believe that your favorite whatever isn't really the best, but in my eyes, these favorite games of mine are truly some of the best that this genre has to offer. I'm sure my favorite list will probably be obvious because I have mentioned that Game A is one of my favorites or Game B is one of my favorites, but I'll try to go in detail to make it interesting. So let's start off with these two games, and these two games, they're both very similar together, and they are very important to why I like first-person shooters, and obviously it's Doom 1 and 2. Doom was definitely my first real game because the games I played when I was a lot younger were educational type of stuff, but I wouldn't count those as quote-unquote real games like Doom. Doom definitely showed me what kind of person I am when it comes to video game preferences, and it pretty much told me that I liked action-packed and fast-paced games. To this day, it's still amazing how great this game still is and how well it has held up, and that is definitely something I feel like is one of the strongest points of Doom because it's so old, but it's just so timeless at the same time. Then Doom 2. Now, I definitely loved this game when I was a lot younger because it had a higher standard than Doom 1, but that double barrel shotgun, man, that thing was awesome. It was also nice that the game kind of promoted you to use the BFG more due to a higher level of challenge because Doom 1 didn't really do that unless you were playing on the 4th episode. They were so great at the time, and I really had a difficult choice to figure out which one I liked the most, but I definitely will say that I prefer Doom 2. Mainly because I just feel like it's better overall compared to Doom 1, but it's pretty much a fact that Doom 1 was more groundbreaking than Doom 2. So yeah, the Doom series are very important to why I love first-person shooters, and it's definitely a huge influence, whether it's my taste of games or the design philosophy I believe in. Next one is Halo 1. Now, I did play, GoldenEye back in the day, but I didn't like the controller that much. The controller was criticized for being an awkward design for a gamepad back then. So yeah, I didn't think it was really the right way to get into console FPS games with that thing. I know some people are going to disagree with me on my thoughts on the N64 controller because there is that crowd that can play it properly, but this is all my opinion. However, I did saw a trailer of Halo when there was a showcase of the Xbox, and I saw it at my local PC shop. It looked really cool, and I really wanted to give it a chance. Ever since I had my hands on this game, it was really everything what I wanted in an action-driven first-person shooter. Great gunplay, AI, combat segments, storyline, controls. It was really the best game ever when I first played it. And that's how I got into Halo because the first game was just so amazing, and even the multiplayer is really good too, and that's something a lot of my favorite old school PC games seem to struggle. Like, it always just got that one mode I truly love, and the other one is where I'll play it from time to time. For Halo, it was basically the overall package. You want a good campaign, you got it. Want a good multiplayer, it got that too. Just like Doom, it took a lot of risks, and it nailed it down so perfectly that it's just amazing how well Bungie made this game. If you ask me, this Halo is definitely the best one, and probably will remain as my favorite one, mainly because it was just so groundbreaking for its time, and it still holds up very well. There are some parts that the newer games improved, but I still love this game to death, and Next one is another Halo game, and it's the one that you're watching. Yes, Reach. So Halo Reach's campaign was surprisingly great. I did not expect it to be so good back then. Matter of fact, I remembered when people would get the game. I mean, people who got the game early, they were comparing this game to Halo 1's campaign, and everyone kept praising it. And I was very intrigued because of all this talk and fuss that I just had to play it and find it out for myself. And my god, dude, it totally was, a really good campaign. Bungie really went out with a bang with the campaign on this one. Not only that, Reach, in my opinion, is probably the definitive Halo game because it really includes all the previous features that the past Bungie's Halo games were known for, and it also offers a lot of content too. Now, Reach's campaign is pretty much of what you expect from Halo, but it's done on a higher standard, so the fights are more more intense and exhilarating, especially on legendary difficulty. But the fact that I'm a Halo fan and I got that experience where I felt like Bungie should have done for Halo 3, where you get that quote-unquote and end with the bang feeling, I was really happy with this game. And the other modes are still, really fun to play, even though it may not have the best multiplayer or firefight experience. But overall, Reach, was a sweet game and a nice last effort from Bungie, at least for the Halo games. So Quake 2 is another one I want to talk about. It wasn't really groundbreaking as Half-Life because that game would come out a year later, and the expansion packs were pretty much competing that game for the time because they were supposed to be released in '98. But I do feel like the quality of Quake 2 was just so well done, and it's really, that thing that makes the game so fun. I just enjoy the monster design, the maps, the weapons. It's just really a game that id Software wanted to prove that they could still make a sweet game even without John Romero. And Quake 2 destroys Daikatana in every way, shape, and form, hands down. I think it's really a fun game if you just want a good futuristic shooter to play, and there's not much I can really say because Quake 2 wasn't groundbreaking compared to the previous games, or doesn't do anything too interesting other than the fact that this was not supposed to be a Quake sequel, because Quake 1 was a medieval themed shooter while this one is futuristic. However, the special thing about this game is it really felt like a recollection of all the best moments from all the id shooters, with the Quake 2 sandbox being thrown in. I think that's the best way I can describe about this game and why it deserves this certain spot on this list. I'll talk a little bit about multiplayer because I know Quake does got a huge multiplayer background. I've never really been interested in Quake 2's multiplayer. I do play it like casually, but it's not really the same compared to Quake 3, but I'm not going to lie, Q2DM1 is such an awesome map. I mean, the amount of jumping tricks you can do on that thing, it is just unbelievable. I won't lie, that map is freaking awesome. Resistance Fall of Man is next, and I'm going to make it quick here because I'm running out of footage. Best classic and modern hybrid FPS game I've ever played. It's really fun, well designed, and it's really the true killer app for the PS3, because I don't think this game really got that title compared to like God of War or Uncharted, but man, Resistance 1 was amazing, and it is such an awesome shooter. It's definitely a modern classic, and I think I did state it that it was the best modern FPS game I've ever played in my some of my favorite modern games I played video. I think that was the title. It really has the formula of success, and really there's not much else I can really say. It was just unbelievably outstanding when I first played it. That's all. Last one is Duke Nukem 3D. It took me a while to figure out whether I should, include it in this list, but I decided to do it because I love Duke Nukem 3D, and it was considered to be a Doom clone back in the days, but I'd never really felt that way. I mean, it does borrow a lot of, similarities from Doom, but it just feels so well polished that it doesn't even feel like it. I don't know. That's just how I've always felt with this game, and it was definitely one of my favorite childhood games too. Best city maps I ever played in a first-person shooter, and that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys, enjoyed my single-player list, and I will be doing a multiplayer list soon. See you guys.